Hey, what is this? A not Fandom Friday, not vlog, not Sonic Saturday? What is this? I wanted to do something a little bit different. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a while now. I wanted to thank everyone who has subscribed to my channel, whether it be for Sonic, for my covers, for vlogs, for Be First, for my J-Rock reactions, J-Pop reactions. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Whatever brought you here, thank you so much. I just wanted to make this video to appreciate you all because you're all fantastic. And considering the fact that the first song that I ever reacted to on this channel, since it was Vandalize from Sonic Frontiers, I wanted to fully highlight that song, and so I'm making this video. I initially reacted to the song because I'm a big fan of One Ok Rock, or One Ok Rock. For those who are unfamiliar or are from the Sonic fandom and didn't really know One Ok Rock or One Ok Rock, before this, you probably know them as One Ok Rock because they haven't officially said you're not supposed to pronounce it One Ok Rock, and the announcers and everyone still pronounce their name as One Ok Rock. However, their name is One Ok Rock, like 1 o'clock, because that was the time that they used to meet. It's supposed to be a little play on words, and it's, you know, rock. I think it's such a clever name that it loses that double meaning in translation, so I wanted to highlight it. And I also wanted to highlight the fact that Vandalize also has some double meanings. The song itself doesn't just have one version. It doesn't have two versions, but it has 3 versions. For those who don't know, the chorus is very different. So we have the international version, we have the JP version, or the Japanese version that released with the Japanese album. Yes, there were 2 albums. The 3rd version is the one that Sonic fans know, that released with Sonic Frontiers. You'll understand why they changed it, because the original versions, the chorus, it is not for kids, and probably not Sonic friendly? I don't know. As much as all of the songs, Sonic songs that I've reacted to are hardcore and like incredible, there's no cussing in them. The original version does. So the international version, the one that you see right in front of you with the black cover, was released on June 24, 2022, whereas Luxury Disease Japanese version released September 9, 2022. For those who have been to a One Ok Rock concert, you know there is a chance that they could sing the English or they could sing the Japanese version of the songs. More likely than not, they'll probably sing the Japanese version, or depending on when the concert is, they're more likely to perform the version that just released. So when I saw One Ok Rock, link to that vlog here, the Japanese version of Luxury Disease had just dropped. So I spent all of that month learning and memorizing the Japanese lyrics, which wasn't that much. Unlike other bands where like all of the songs would be completely Japanese, there's just a couple verses or choruses that have become Japanese. I think of the songs on this album, I think Mad World might be the song that has the most Japanese in it. But for now, we're gonna focus on Vandalize, specifically because it is what brought me to the Sonic community and what brought me to all of the Sonic music. That was my gateway song into Sonic, okay? So it has a special place in my heart. If you read the lyrics, sound the alarm, shatter me like glass, covered in scars. My roses are coming through the cracks. The time that you killed, you promised to help me rebuild. You caught me off guard. Sound the alarm. Said you'd keep me safe, now you're tearing me down. Am I laid to waste now that you're not around? Come and leave your mark, vandalize my heart. Let's pause right there. It deviates there, okay? Where I stopped, virtually the same. For those who don't know, and for those who did see my Sonic reaction to Vandalize, you'll notice that when I heard the Sonic version, I was very surprised because my favorite part of the song is when they curse. There is a curse word that they omit in the Sonic version. So they get rid of that, and it makes a whole lot of difference, can I tell you that? Context-wise, if you take those two sentences out and you change them. So now I'm going to sing the way the original sounds. But the pain away, my bed is in ruins. Need you in my veins, don't know how you do it. Come and leave your mark. Vandalize my heart. YouTube would probably flag this video if I just used Taka's voice. So I'm singing it for you. I do apologize that my voice isn't as, gritty as Taka right now, and it is midnight. It's almost 1 a.m. and why did I film this now? The original lines are, fuck the pain away, my bed is in ruins. In the Sonic version, it is much softer. Fight the pain away, my head is in ruins. So it would sound like this. Fight the pain away, my head is in ruins. Need you in my veins, don't know how you do it. Come and leave your mark. Vandalize my heart. In the international NJP version, the fuck the pain away, my bed is in ruins. Like, you are sugarcoating pleasure, or putting rose-colored glasses on, or trying to forget the crap that has been happening by adding pleasure to it. I need you in my veins. Basically saying, I don't know what you're doing to me. You're making essentially my life miserable, but I can't live without you. This is basically describing an abusive relationship. That's what this song is about. Whereas Fight the Pain Away, my head is in ruins, has a different sort of connotation to it. You're just like pushing it away. I'm trying to get to a better place, a better space. There's some hope there. Whereas fuck the pain away, my bed is in ruins, it feels very definitive. And that is the first difference between the originals and Sonic. And that's basically the whole difference between Sonic and the international version. The Japanese version, that's where things change. That's where it gets interesting, because there are certain things that get lost in translation, and there are also certain things, especially since it seems like the English version, completely English version, came first. You can tell more of a story sometimes, especially subtly in different languages, that you don't get to do in English, especially when it comes to songwriting. I feel like they can better express themselves in Japanese in ways that you can't in English. Let me start singing the English lyrics that you guys know. Let's try this. Did we make a work of art just so you could deface it? Did you let it fall apart just so you could replace it? Tag your name on the side of a burning bread. Watch it fade when the smoke rolls in. The time that you killed, you promised to help me rebuild. It feels like you planned it, took us for granted. Oh, I fudged some of the lyrics. I do apologize. That's what we know from the Sonic version and the international version. A lot of this is taking into account that it needs to rhyme at the end for songwriting purposes. You create so that you can see the world burn. You loved me, and you brought me up just to throw me down. How does that change in the Japanese version? I'm gonna play a little bit of the original. I wanted to let you guys hear how Taka does the beginning part, because in English it sounds like this. There's a portion of silence that most people don't notice. If you listen back to the Japanese version, you'll hear something different. Right here. He goes, eh, eh, eh. He plays with the first syllable, or first vowel, I should say, eh, as a vowel, way before the verse actually starts. That is only in the Japanese version. He does not do that with the English version, because I don't know. Would it work? Did we make a work of art? I guess he could have during this version after having the international version released. It's quite possible that he thought that this is what they wanted and they like this better. Obviously, he doesn't do this live. Let me let you hear that again, though. I love it. That is like one of my favorite parts of this song, and it's only in the Japanese version. I'm sorry, I'm geeking out. As much as I want to just play the song for you, I'm going to sing it. I do apologize for my Japanese. 描かれても何さは君の良さ冷たくて後を引く微笑みが逆らく仕掛けの魔法で壊されてくるように何回もトラップそして君は外したいのに掴みようのないそうシルクのようにor something like that. I probably fudged some stuff up. I'm trying, okay? I'm reading this off of Lyrical Nonsense. I will link it in the description. If anyone would like, who actually speaks Japanese, and if there's other layers to this that I am missing, please let me know. Because sometimes there are certain characters when songwriting in Japanese that have double meaning. It's so cool. It's so cool. So it says here, the Mona Lisa you've been painting is just like you, with that cold, lingering smile. So it's very much talking about Mona Lisa, broken, driven mad by a clockwork magic. I take the trip again and again, wishing to add you in the end, but you're so elusive, yeah, just like silk. You can interpret the person being aloof, not being able to read them, because the Mona Lisa, you don't know if she's smiling, what is she smiling at? You look at her eyes. From an art perspective, there's been talks about what is behind her smile, what is she looking at? There's a mystery behind it. Taka's talking about himself, what's going on in his head. This is driving him insane. Over and over again, wishing to add you in the end, wishing to take you back, or wanting to learn more, but so hard to read. The silk thing, I'm assuming, is like you're slipping through my hands. You're so elusive. It's hard to get a grasp on the person that you are. And then that goes into the pre-chorus. Said you keep me safe, now you're tearing me down. Am I lead to waste now that you're not around? Come and leave your mark. Vandalize my heart. Fuck the pain away. My head is in ruins. Need you in my veins. Don't know how you do it. Come and leave your mark. Vandalize my heart. Oh, you fucking crazy. Hate me. Love you. Breaking models on the pavement. Just to watch them crash. Oh, you're freaking crazy. Hate me. Love you. Breaking bottles on the pavement. Just to watch them crash. And then Sonic and International come back together with the said you'd keep me safe, now you're tearing me down. Am I lead to waste now that you're not around? Come and leave your mark. Vandalize my heart. Fight the pain away. My head is in ruins. Need you in my veins. Don't know how you do it. Come and leave your mark. Vandalize my heart. And then the last part, just chugging. Dun, 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 that part. The Sonic and International version just sing the same part of the song again. Said you keep me safe, now you're tearing me down. Am I laid to waste now that you're not around? Come and leave your mark. Vandalize my heart. Love that. It's a beautiful melody. It's a great way to end this song of abuse. I feel like the Sonic version has more of a, it is still toxic, but like, I'm fighting you. I feel like the international version, she has her clutches in you and you're not going anywhere. And you're just like, the reaction is very outward in the Sonic version where you're showing your anger to the world. Fight the pain. I'm fighting the pain. You said you'd keep me safe, but you didn't. You just, all of these lies, all of these things, look at these receipts. And then the bit with, in my opinion, the bit with need you in my veins, don't know how you do it. Come and leave your mark, vandalize my heart. It doesn't make as much sense as with the cursing and in your bed, because I feel like that sort of encompasses the reason why they're in your veins. You know what I mean? Not that the Sonic version is bad. Love that version as well. It is the version that you should definitely play to your kids. Do not play the other version. Please. I digress. The Japanese version has a completely different outro, and half of the last chorus is also different. What I love about Japanese songs is that a lot of them are very progressive. I did say this in my last video where I was talking about Japanese songwriting, where there are a lot of songs, if you compare all of the choruses are not the same. I remember the first time I went to karaoke and I tried to study, I think it was Hohoemi no Bakudan from Yu Yu Hakusho. And I remember being like, wait, all the choruses have different lyrics. I remember placing them in blocks. Like, I knew the lyrics. I just kept mixing up when to sing them. Or if I should sing this first or this second. And I love that about Japanese lyrics and songwriting, because a lot of them don't have that repetition. One Ok Rock, a lot of their music is heavily inspired by Western music. So it's really cool when they do bits like this where they change up the chorus at the end. So let me sing that for you. I would recommend listening to all three of the songs, one on top of the other, and just listening to them all the way through rather than hearing my voice. I do apologize that I'm singing it and I'm butchering it. I like looking at other countries and other cultures and seeing how their songwriting is done. So here's the Japanese version of the last chorus and the outro. Just to watch them crash. 全てを失っても君はまだそこにいると信じたかった Come and leave your mark Vandalize my heart 虚しくても終わらせるない諦めるほど強くはない Come and leave your mark Vandalize my heart から気づいた初めから君はいなかった Come and leave your mark Vandalize my heart Oh, you don't know how many takes that took me to get right. So let's dissect this a little bit more, because the chorus is, except for 2 lines, is pretty much different. They changed the lyrics to it. So what could Taka possibly say in conclusion to the beginning part of the song, which was very toxic? From the, oh, you're fucking crazy, hate me, love you, breaking bottles on the pavement, just to watch them crash. I'm just imagining just a bottle crashed upon the floor. And then silence. The Japanese lyrics state, even if I lost everything, I wanted to believe you'd still be there. Come and leave your mark. Vandalize my heart. No matter how empty it is, I can't end it. I'm not strong enough to give up. Come and leave your mark. Vandalize my heart. That is the chorus. Now the outro. Once I lost it all, I realized you were never there in the first place. Come and leave your mark. Vandalize my heart. Which is, oh my gosh, this chorus and outro sort of become the epilogue of the Vandalize series? Story? Vandalize story, basically. So whereas the international and the Sonic version ends on this constant, this is your fault, I need you, I hate you, but I love you, I can't get away out of this situation, there's no way. The Japanese version swoops in and it says, hey, here's acceptance. I know what's going on. you were actually never there. Even though it says the last mark is like, come and leave your mark, vandalize my heart. You've already vandalized my heart. Those last two lines become like an echo of what used to be. From a visual and lyrical standpoint, I could almost see Taka, or the singer, or someone going through a toxic relationship, having these words constantly playing throughout their not being able to leave their situation and just saying, come and leave your heart, vandalize my heart, I want you to. But at the same time, having these words, realizing little by little as time goes on, friends come into their life, family comes into their life, and helps them eventually realize that I wanted you to be there, this is what I wanted, but no matter how empty it is, I can't give up on myself. I'm going to move forward. Once I lost it all, I realized you were never there. And from here on out, it feels way more hopeful. The end of Vandalize in the JP version. I don't know if that might just be my interpretation of it, or if this is just meant to be left up to interpretation. I don't know, but I think it's beautiful. All three versions of the song tell their own story. I know the Sonic version also plays into the whole scenario with Sonic Frontiers as well. So there is that extra layer. There's so many layers to the song itself. When the international version dropped, I wasn't a fan of it, honestly, because it felt very toxic. It felt very like you're stuck in this place that you can't get out of, and it was painful. And then the JP version came out, and I remember feeling like this feels a little bit better. And especially reading the lyrics, you see the levels of realization. It goes from a toxic place to, oh, you're starting to realize, or the person in this song is starting to realize that, yeah, they're not good for me. Hopefully, down the line, they will leave. And I think what's really cool about having the full album is that you'll hear the journey of from song to song. And I think that's pretty darn cool. This was fun. This was really fun, at least for me. If you like this kind of content, please leave a like. Let me know that you like this kind of content. I wasn't sure if I was going to do this as a one-off thing. I might do this as a one-off thing because this was just meant for a celebration. I appreciate you. Please leave down in the comments if there are any other songs that you want me to compare. Are there songs that you know from English to a different language that you think are really cool, where they change the meaning? I love doing the research, or if you'd like to tell me about it yourself, I would love to hear. And yeah, the last video I did of this was kind of the Hikaru Utada, Simple and Clean, and Hikari. Link to that video is down below. For those who don't know, that is the theme song from Kingdom Hearts. Let me know if you want me to do another comparison. JP album and the English album. The JP album comes with a DVD. This one does not. There are extra tracks on this, including a duet with Satoshi Fujihara from Higedan. If you haven't listened to that, now you know, and you should listen to it. I highly recommend checking it out. Any other songs from this album or previous One Ok Rock albums that you want me to compare and contrast, I would love to do that. And also, please correct me if I made any mistakes. I'm taking this all from the internet. I like talking about songs in this way. If you do too, let me know. I hope to see you in the next video, guys. Keep being fantastic, keep being awesome, and don't forget that no matter how it is you are feeling, you are A-W-E-S-O-M-E. You are A-W-E-S-O-M-E. See you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.